Hi, my dear students. I hope you're doing well. Let's come to the third lecture of Data Insights, and this time we are picking up an interesting set of two-part analysis. So let's get started. My name is Juhi Narula. So, see, when we talk about two-part analysis, it's very similar to multi-source reasoning, but the flavor of questions, the way the presentation is there, that makes slight difference. So what happens is, in this case, you're given a piece of information and then you get a table like this, where there are some statements provided and you have to figure out on the basis of the argument that which two statements, one would act as an assumption, one that would act as a conclusion. The instructions can vary from set to set, right? So let's take a look at the particular set. I will just step aside. I will just leave the screen so that if you want to read it on your own, you can do that. In case you would want to pause the video, that's also one option that we have. If you want to do the question on your own, otherwise you can just pause the video, read the entire set, figure out the information, and then you can resume the video. Let's begin with the discussion. There were several, so the archaeologist says that there were several sandstone statues of a female figure excavated from an archaeological site of an ancient Mayan city dating back to 300 BC, 1300 BC. So what's happening is कि 1300 BC से जो there were certain excavation done and वहाँ पे female figures मिले थे. So the female figurines were excavated मतलब when the जिसको हिंदी में खुदाई करना कहते हैं. So when the site was excavated, you got some female figures, and the site was ancient site of Mayan city, right? So Mayan city has been mentioned. Now this goes back to 1300 BC. Right, now further if we read, after several detailed studies on the shapes of these statues and the methods most likely employed to make them. So there was a lot of research and study done. So what was the outcome? What was the outcome? The statues were divided into four categories. So there were four categories made. So exotic and minutely detailed statues of female figures sculpted by upper class men of that time. So this was the first category जो exotic female figures थे जहाँ पे minute details थी. तो ऐसा observation और study से output निकाला गया कि might have been sculpted by the upper class men of that particular time. So this was the first category, right? You could just write first. Then statues of the female figure in humble clothing sculpted by the lower class men of the time. तो जो exotic थी और जहाँ पे minute details थी वो upper class of the men, और जो simple humble dressing थी, right, और minimal थी, humble dressing ही का है, humble clothing sculpted by the lower class men of the time. Statues of the female face with various expressions. So the third category that they have drawn is that if there were a lot of facial expressions, then this was sculpted by the women of the time. So this is the third type of category. And minimalistic statues of the female sculpted by the kids of that time. तो इन्होंने चार बेसिकली कैटेगरीज बता दी कि भाई जो एक्सकवेशन से फीमेल फिगरीन्स मिले उस पर ऑब्जर्वेशन की गई है, स्टडी की गई है, एंड दीज आर द फोर मेजर कैटेगरीज. So first major category where there are exotic and minutely crafted sculptures, so that must have been from the upper class of the men, and if there were humbly dressed females, then it was from the lower class. If there were a lot of facial expressions, that means women sculpted them, and then if they were minimal, then the kids have done it, right? So now, owing to this knowledge, so if you consider this particular information to be standard, to be true, if you consider this to be the knowledge provided in the, or the information provided in the text, we will be able to determine on the basis of how the statue is modeled. So you will be able to अंडरस्टैंड कि कैसे स्टैचू मॉडल हुई है विथ सेक्शन ऑफ द एंशियंट सोसाइटी स्कल्प्टेड द नेक्स्ट स्टैचू दैट वी रिकवर फ्रॉम द आर्कियोलॉजिकल साइट. तो अब जब तुमने एक कैटेगरी बना लिया तो तुम जो भी नेक्स्ट फिगरीन या स्टैचू आप एक्सकवेट करते हो उसके बारे में आप प्रिडिक्शन दे सकते हो यूजिंग दिस पर्टिकुलर नॉलेज. सो वी आर क्लियर विद द इंफॉर्मेशन ऑफर्ड, राइट? सो व्हाट इज द नेक्स्ट थिंग? वी विल गो टू द सेट ऑफ क्वेश्चन. सो आई विल अगेन स्टेप असाइड. So this says indicate two different statements as follows. तो आपको इस पूरे सेट में दो स्टेटमेंट्स को आइडेंटिफाई करना है. जो एक assumption हो सकता है, right? one of the statement identifying an assumption required for the archaeological's argument, and other identifying a possible fact that if true will provide logical support for the required assumption. So अगर अगर आप देखोगे इस logically इस particular set को, तो अगर आपने CR के questions करे हैं तो it's a logical extension to that particular category only, right? तो task तो similar ही है, but the way the question has been presented that's different. So usually जब हम data insights की बात करते हैं, हम स्टूडेंट्स को अक्सर कहते हैं कि इफ यू आर थरो विद आरसी एंड सीआर, डेटा इनसाइट्स एंड मल्टी सोर्स रीजनिंग, I can't comment about the quant section, but for verbal section, these two categories are pretty much doable. The questions are pretty much straight. The way the question have been presented, that makes the difference, right? So now let's take a look at the first statement. So this statement says the next statue to be recovered from the site will be, तो पहले अपन assumption identify करने की कोशिश करते हैं, right? तो assumption क्या होता है? Something which we consider true will help the कंक्लूजन बी एस्टैब्लिश्ड मोर इफेक्टिवली, जो आर्ग्यूमेंट को कंसोलिडेट करता है. और दूसरा अजम्पशन का क्या ट्रेट है? दैट हैज टू बी इम्प्लिसिट इन नेचर, राइट? वो हिडन होगा, डायरेक्टली स्टेटेड नहीं होगा, एंड दैट विल होल्ड द आर्ग्यूमेंट ट्रू, राइट? So the next statue to be recovered from the site will be a statue of the female sculpted by the women of the time. So will be, this is not an assumption that it will definitely happen, right? So assumptions usually be mild statements होते हैं, तो there could be a possibility, but will be we cannot say, right? So this cannot act as an assumption. So first we are scrutinizing for the assumption only, right? तो कभी भी अगर आपको दो questions मिलते हैं, जैसे इस केस में दो questions है ना, कि एक तो आपको assumption identify करना है, and the other identifying a possible fact that if you consider to be true provide significant logical support to the required assumption. So there are two tasks provided to you. तो हमेशा क्या करिए, एक टास्क को केटर करिए, पहले दोनों टास्क को एक साथ अटैक कभी नहीं करना, राइट? अदरवाइज क्या होता है कि वो स्विचिंग में इट जस्ट मेसेस अप, राइट? तो अजम्पशन सोचते सोचते फैक्ट ढूंढेंगे या फैक्ट पढ़ते पढ़ते अजम्पशन ढूंढेंगे, तो इट जस्ट बैम्बूजल्स यू, इट डज नॉट गिव द राइट आंसर्स, राइट? तो पहले आप अजम्पशन के लिए एक बार सारे स्टेटमेंट्स को स्क्रूटनाइज कर लो, वो आपका फर्स्ट राउंड हो जाएगा, एंड देन यू कैन डू द सेकेंड राउंड, राइट? So sandstone was the only material. So in this case sandstone was the material, but ये only material use था ये आप नहीं बोल सकते, right? Irrelevant है. So all other artifacts recovered from the archaeological site were statues made from sandstone. So again this cannot be the assumption. Some of the statues were sculpted by the kids of upper class. तो argument में सिर्फ kids बोला है, upper class lower class men के लिए बोला है. So again this is invalid. There was a considerable overlap. I'll just ensure that you get the better readability. Yeah, now let's take a look at this. There was a considerable overlap of the different themes employed by different sections of the ancient society in sculpting female figures on sandstone. No, again this cannot function as an assumption. तो फिर बचा क्या? POE से बचा ही last statement कि भाई the next statue to be recovered from the site will likely. Can you see the difference between the first statement and the last statement, right? If you label the statements, जैसे हम इनको बोल दें कि भाई ये A, B, C, D, E, F statement है, तो तुम एक बार A और F को compare करो, right? इसने बोला the next. So yeah, so the next statue will be recovered from the site will be the statue of the female figure, right? But अगर हम F को consider करें, the next statue to be recovered from the site will likely to be the statue of female figure made of sandstone. तो ये argument के साथ alignment में जाता है ना. अगर आप passage को revisit कर रहे हो, अब इस केस में उसने बोला कि हमको जो भी next excavation होगा उसके basis पे हम decide कर लेंगे कि statue को कौन से सोसाइटी ने स्कल्प्ट किया था, राइट? सो सी दिस कंक्लूजन, ओइंग टू दिस नॉलेज वी विल बी एबल टू, सो दिस बेसिस ऑन दिस वी आर ड्राइंग दिस कंक्लूजन, नो, दैट वी विल बी एबल टू डिटरमाइन ऑन द बेसिस ऑफ हाउ द स्टैचू इज मॉडल्ड विच सेक्शन ऑफ द एंशिएंट सोसाइटी स्कल्प्टेड द नेक्स्ट स्टैचू एंड व्हाट वी रिकवर फ्रॉम द आर्कियोलॉजिकल साइट. So that means if the next excavation will be possibly a female figurine, उसी के basis पे तो उसी को validate करने के लिए, उसी को identify करने के लिए तो इतना बड़ा discussion हो रहा है, right? So stay relevant to the argument and one task at a time, right? So in this case we can very easily say that okay, so if you talk about assumption, then we can definitely say F will be the assumption in this particular case, right? So this is how you tackle the question. Read the argument, whatever two tasks are given to you, take one task in your hand at a time, explore all the options and then move to the next task, right? So in the next task that you have here, that you have to identify the fact that if true, so again this is not coming directly from the आर्ग्यूमेंट, राइट? तो इफ ट्रू की कंडीशन है तो दैट मीन्स कंक्लूजन नहीं है, राइट? इफ ट्रू का मतलब अगर तुम सही मानते हो तो, सो यू डोंट सर्च फॉर द आंसर इन द टेक्स्ट, अदरवाइज यू विल मेस अप, right? Provide a significant logical support for the required assumption. So we have identified the assumption. Now I've explained the task to you. Now do it as your homework and let me know that if we label these students as statements as A, B, C, D, E, F, which particular statement can answer the second half of the question, right? I hope you enjoyed solving this set. Keep working hard, stay consistent. All the best.